You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. There is still no news on the Nick Sirianni front. He still got his job. Why? Question mark. I guess you got to ask. That was one of the most epic meltdowns we've ever seen. What, the last seven games of the year, I guess? Ever since that Niners game, it got real ugly for the Eagles, and it just seemed like no matter what they did, they couldn't make any adjustments, especially on defense. The linebackers and safeties on that team, do they have any? I mean, just wondering. They're not any good. And that team's got some issues right now. It's one of the most shocking collapses I think I can ever remember. Well, I've got two things. Number one, well, actually, I got three things because I had a little breaking news coming into this. Jason Kelce has not decided to retire yet. After the game, he was emotional. He was worked up. It was ugly. And he said if he does decide to retire, he'll put out something official. As of right now, he's not gone yet. Now, yesterday I did a video where a 30-year Dallas Cowboys fan wrote a letter renouncing giving up his Dallas Cowboys fandom. Well, I've got something similar here. Now, I think that letter was a parody. I do. I said that before the start of the video. But it was sort of indicative of the frustration of the Cowboys fan base. Well, I've got something where an Eagles fan bet on the Buccaneers and won a lot of money. And you got to give him some credit. He said, look, the writing was on the wall. This team was collapsing. And he decided to profit off of it. Look, business is business, folks. It's pretty wild. New York Post, all is fair in love and war and gambling, and in the mind of a sports bettor, even betting against your own team can be worthwhile if you profit enough angle to attack. That's what this NFL bettor chose to do when he faded his own team on Monday Night Football as the Eagles got roasted by the Buccaneers in the playoffs. Guys, I did a video about Baker after that game, but, you know, the Buccaneers had 5 drops in the first half. I had figured up that between a Mike Evans drop and between I believe it was Cade Otton drop, they had left a minimum of 10 more points out on the field Monday night. That would have ended up being a 42-9 victory if those balls would have been caught. That was just 2 passes. There were 3 more that weren't caught by Buccaneers receivers. It was wild. I'm an Eagles fan all my life, but the writing was on the wall. He said in a text message, this is it right here. Let's just take a look at it. Because he proved, he put out proof, this is BR betting. Bet with the head, not with the heart. I'm an Eagles fan, but the writing was on the wall. He laid down $250 on FanDuel Sportsbook, won himself $2,125. He's rolling in the bones because he saw his team was in a downward spiral. The Eagles were a disaster for most of the second half of the regular season. That carried over into the wild card weekend loss to the Buccaneers. Tackling was the main source of pain Monday for Philadelphia as its secondary could not make solid form tackles and stop Buccaneers ball carriers from accumulating more yardage. It was wild. It was wild. They got issues with tackling. There's tackling issues all over the NFL. There is a fundamental problem in the NFL we're at now with defensive backs and linebackers tackling, especially defensive backs. I mean, look, cornerbacks and safeties. I mean, generally speaking, throughout time, a lot of safeties were sort of known for hard hitting and tackling. That's went away. I don't know if it's part of the college game. I think a lot of that's got to do with the new practicing rules and the CBA crap that has come into the league over safety. All right? They don't get nearly the repetition they once got. And it's clear this Eagles team brutally misses Steichen and Gannon. I mean, losing their two coordinators absolutely cut this team. And we've seen that happen in the past after Super Bowls. Teams get poached of coordinators, and the team falls off a bit. And with the Eagles, it wasn't just a fall off, it was a collapse. So let's get over to this this Eagles fan who was at the game, angry Eagles fan, throws popcorn on Nick Serianni after the devastating playoff loss. And this has went viral now.
Nick, you're done, Nick. You're done, Nick. You're done. You're fucking done, Nick. No, you ain't leaving nowhere. Get your ass over here. Hey, you better move fast.
Security's going after these guys. Wow. Look, he's mad. He's mad. I mean, these fans, I don't know if they were from Philadelphia or from Tampa Bay or what, but, I mean, he was wearing a Hassan Reddick jersey. Another fan can be yelling, "You're done, Nick. You're effing done, Nick." Security was quick to point out the man who threw the bag, and he tried to make a quick exit. Neither the Bucs nor Eagles immediately responded for comment to Fox News Digital. There's a lot of speculation that Sirianni could get fired, considering the brutal ending to this season. Well, there's even some speculation out there that Sirianni may get to stay, but Howie Roseman may be on the chopping block, the general manager. And I was like, really? I mean, that's sort of surprising. I mean, Howie's put together some pretty good personnel moves. You know, I mean, that offense, drafting Devontae Smith, trading for A.J. Brown. Look, A.J. Brown not playing the other night, that hurt that team. But they got to figure out what to do as far as backfilling their coordinators. Matt Patricia, he's trash. I mean, I don't understand how. I guess it's the confidence that Belichick has in these guys that spills over around into the league. It's my understanding that people in the NFL, actually in the NFL, have a ton of respect for Patricia. I'm sort of confused by that because the change from Sean Desai to Matt Patricia obviously did not work. Now, it might have been too late. The one thing we figured out about Gannon was, just from watching the response of his players in Arizona, they play their asses off for Jonathan Gannon. He's a leader of men. All right? Maybe not the greatest scheming up guy, but it's clear he was able to motivate players. And sometimes that's a big deal. And we know Shane Steichen is a great schemer and a great play caller, and they missed him as well. Man, Eagles fans are pissed. Cowboys fans are pissed. There's great coaches everywhere. 2 weeks ago, I heard the Nick Sirianni's on the hot seat thing, and I was like, surely he can't be. But after the other night on Monday Night Football in the playoffs, 32-9, I thought, shit, he's fired. He's going to be out of there. I mean, I can only imagine what it is that Philadelphia Sports Talk Radio looks like the last 2 days. I mean, there's got to be nuclear bombs going off on the radio right now. I've seen some things today. How is Nick Sirianni not fired yet? I mean, that's same with McCarthy too, by the way. Tell me what you think. Black and white sports supporters, Kelce staying maybe? Nick Sirianni is staying maybe? Wow. Eagles fans said, nah, if y'all are going to suck, I'm going to make some money off your suckage. You guys suck. You effing suck. Yeah. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.